Have you ever loved someone so much you'd do anything for them, even if they didn't love you back? Today, we're diving into a story that explores just that, but with a twist that will leave you breathless. It's a tale of unrequited love, misguided revenge, and the tragic consequences of a heart's obsession. Meet Clara. She was a woman who loved with every fiber of her being. The object of her affection was Leo, a charismatic man who seemed to hold the sun in his smile. For Clara, Leo was everything. The way he talked, the way he laughed, the way he absent-mindedly ran a hand through his hair. Every little detail was etched into her heart. She spent her days dreaming of a future with him, a future she was certain they were destined for. There was just one problem. Leo's heart belonged to someone else. He was deeply in love with a woman named Isabella, and he only had eyes for her. Clara saw Leo's devotion to Isabella not as a barrier, but as a challenge. She tried everything to win his affection. She changed her hairstyle to match Isabella's. She started frequenting the same cafes and bookstores Leo and Isabella loved. She'd orchestrate accidental meetings, hoping for a spark. But every attempt was met with Leo's polite, friendly smile, the smile he gave everyone, not the special one reserved for Isabella. Her efforts were invisible to him, and the pain of being overlooked, of being just a friend, began to fester inside her, slowly turning from love into a bitter obsession. Now, let's introduce another key player in this drama. Daniel. Daniel was the quiet observer, the steadfast friend who was always there for Clara. He was the one who listened to her endless stories about Leo, who wiped her tears when Leo's indifference cut too deep. Daniel saw Clara for who she was, beyond her infatuation. He loved her intelligence, her fiery spirit, her vulnerability. He loved her unconditionally. But Clara, blinded by her fixation on Leo, saw Daniel as nothing more than a convenient shoulder to cry on. His love was a quiet, constant presence she took for granted, like the air she breathed. The turning point came on a rainy Tuesday afternoon. Clara, seeking refuge from the storm and her own turbulent emotions, saw them. Leo and Isabella, shading an umbrella, laughing as they ran into a small, cozy restaurant. Through the window, she watched Leo take Isabella's hand. His eyes filled with a love so profound it was almost tangible. He leaned in and kissed her, a gentle, promising kiss that sealed their world and shattered Clara's in that moment. Something inside her broke. The love she had nurtured for so long curdled into a venomous mix of jealousy and rage. She couldn't have Leo. Fine. But someone had to pay for her pain. Her mind, twisted by heartache, sought a target. It couldn't be Leo. Her twisted love for him was still too strong. It couldn't be Isabella. She was a stranger. No, the target had to be someone who would feel the full weight of her wrath, someone whose pain would mirror her own. Her gaze fell on Daniel. Daniel, who loved her. Daniel, who was vulnerable to her in a way no one else was. A cruel, chilling thought took root in her mind. If she couldn't have the love she wanted, she would destroy the love she was offered. She would make Daniel feel the same crushing rejection she felt. It was a twisted form of justice in her fractured reality. He would become the stand-in for Leo, the scapegoat for her broken heart. The next day, Clara put her plan into motion. She called Daniel, her voice deceptively sweet, and invited him out. For the first time, she gave him her full attention. She laughed at his jokes, held his gaze, and let her hand linger on his. Daniel was ecstatic. He thought his patience, his unwavering love, had finally broken through her walls. He saw a glimmer of the future he had always dreamed of with her. Over the next few weeks, Clara built him up, creating a beautiful illusion of a shared future. She led him into her life, whispered promises of forever, and made him believe he was the one. Daniel's world became a vibrant, hopeful place. He was walking on air, completely and utterly in love. And for the first time, he felt that love was returned. Then, she pulled the rug out from under him. She chose a moment when he was at his most hopeful, his most open. It was at a dinner he had carefully planned to celebrate what he thought was their 1-month anniversary. He had just finished telling her how much she meant to him, his heart wide open. Clara looked at him, her expression cold and distant, a stark contrast to the warmth she had shown him for weeks. "This was all a game, Daniel," she said, her voice devoid of emotion. "I never loved you. I just wanted you to feel what I felt. I wanted you to know what it's like to have your heart ripped out by someone you trust." The color drained from Daniel's face. The joy, the hope, the love, it all vanished in an instant, replaced by disbelief and a deep, gut-wrenching pain. He just stared at her, speechless. He couldn't comprehend the cruelty. The woman he loved, the woman he would have done anything for, had used his heart as a weapon in a war he wasn't even a part of. She had methodically built him a paradise, just so she could have the satisfaction of burning it to the ground. Clara walked away, leaving Daniel shattered in the ruins of their fabricated love story. She felt a momentary, hollow sense of victory. She had inflicted pain. She had gotten her revenge, but as she walked home alone, the emptiness returned, deeper and darker than before. Her revenge hadn't healed her broken heart. It hadn't won her Leo's love. It had only created another victim, another broken heart in the world. She had become the very thing she hated, a source of needless suffering. In the end, Clara was left with nothing. Leo married Isabella and moved away, their love story continuing far from her reach. Daniel, after a long and painful recovery, eventually moved on, his heart scarred but wiser. He learned to protect his love, to give it to someone who would cherish it. And Clara, she was left utterly alone, haunted by the echoes of a love she could untab and the ghosts of love she had willfully destroyed. Her story serves as a tragic reminder that revenge is a fire that consumes the person who wields it, leaving nothing but ash and regret. True healing never comes from inflicting pain on others, but from finding the strength to heal oneself. What do you think about Clara's actions? Was her pain a justification, or was her revenge an unforgivable act? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this story compelling, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the complexities of the human heart. Thanks for watching.